Race fans, good evening. This is Steve Tucker. Frankie Barroso, our good friend, will be joining us here shortly, but we are here today live with the Harpoon Design Truck Series at Homestead Miami Speedway. It's our number 6 race of the season already. It's kind of crazy, man. Charlotte just had that last week, huge race, and then the 4 before it. We're already a month and a half into this thing, so it's pretty cool. A lot of things obviously going on and it happening, but great to see. A lot of things are changing right now. Internally, we had some discussions and some rulings. Obviously, you guys have seen a lot of cautions and whatnot in the race, and so a couple tweaks have happened. We're going to start talking about those once Frankie gets back in here. But our boys are qualifying right now. We're going to jump right in and waste no time. So currently at the point is Mark Whitley out on track. Looking pretty fast, man. Mark Whitley won the huge race last week at Charlotte, his first race of the season. Oh, hold on now. Mark, how we doing, buddy? Alrighty, well, either way, he is fastest right now. Chris Vanderplat's currently coming in at P2, looking real quick right now. Here he is, Frankie Barroso, man. How's it going today, dude?
I'm going good, Steve. How are you?
I'm well. Just saw Mark Whitley take the pole so far. Chris Whitley in P2. Chris Vanderplat's in P2. And then Michael Lanfier right now about to steal it, trying to steal it away in P2. Looking great. So Frankie, couple things. This track, your hometown track, we all know, Miami. So walk us through it. How do you like it? How's this track going to race?
Well, right now, obviously, you just said it. Homestead, Miami. Very interesting track. One of the more unique ovals we go to. It's not a D-shaped. It's not a cookie cutter oval. If you look on a track map, you would think that the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 would race the same, but they couldn't be any more different. You have 1 and 2, more of a natural sweep. You know, you won't see cars get super tight in the middle. You'll see guys try to maybe straighten it up on exit because there's a big bump. There's kind of a big transition off turn 2.
Right.
Not too bad. It's a little bumpy down the straightaway, but not too bad. And going into turn 3, the truck is going to be pretty tight. So you don't want to overdrive that entry into 3 because that messes up middle to exit. And that's kind of it. One of the stories we will talk about is at the exit of these corners, throttle control is big. Right now, track temp is 112. So these guys are going to have a little bit of a handful on exit.
So last year, Frankie, this was our season finale race, obviously for season 1. So, I mean, walk us through. Obviously, there's no playoff implications quite yet. I mean, it's race number 6, so there's still half a regular season still to go. But I mean, it was nighttime back then. It's daytime now. What's your strategy here? Are you trying to win if you're comfortable? Are you going for the stage points? How does that favor you?
It kind of, I almost say this every week, but it feels like it really depends on where you start in the race. Right now, for the race details, you have stage 1 that ends on lap 25. You have stage 2 that ends on lap 60.
Right.
So for that stage 1, these guys should make it on fuel. They should make it. Not comfortably, but they should make it. Okay. That second stage is going to be an interesting strategy play. So if you're maybe somebody, I don't know, maybe say you're outside the top 15, outside the top 20, going into stage 2, I'd say with 1 to go, heck, why not? Go down pit road, come in a 1 to go, top off, and just try to save to lap 60. Try to gain that track position. And, Homestead's not really an easy place to pass. It takes at least a corner or 2 to really set up the car or truck in front of you. So it's going to be interesting to see what will happen for tonight's race.
So, track temp, obviously, it's kind of a cooler race, even though it is daytime, right? It is on the cooler side. But, what does that do to the tires? Obviously, we'll see long green flag runs, probably in stage 2, maybe end of the race. So, tire wear, how does that, is that going to be massive today, or? What's that look like?
Yes, tire wear will be massive. Homestead is a very abrasive track, anyways, but especially in the daytime and how hot it is going to be incredibly important that you save that right front and you save those rear tires. Because there's one thing you want to be able to do on the long run is that's hook the bottom of the racetrack, and you want to get off the corner as good as possible. And you can't do both of them if you have burnt up right front tire,
Right.
or you have burnt rear tires.
Okay. Well, right now, Mark Whitley's still up front in P1. Nick Lights makes his way to P2, and then Dunkelberger right now currently in P3. Have about 7 minutes left to go until qualifying. So, Frankie, one thing I want us to talk about that we can't quite check in on yet as far as showing you guys the actual car, but we have made some rule adjustments. I already kind of teased a few things. But the Choose car, let's talk about that. What do you make of it? And, you know, it's going to be fun. I think we know that, but, you know, talk us through it.
So for the Choose car, so if you guys back in YouTube land have not noticed, there is no orange cone, or there's no orange cone spray painted onto the racetrack in iRacing. At least hopefully not yet. And it's really hard for these guys to. It takes a lot of coordination to pick high or low. You think, well, heck, it's easy, but it's not. It's about trying to gain that advantage. So one way to do that is to kind of make it clear and obvious is put a bright orange Cinnabar car on the backstretch. And if you go, I guess, to the inside of it, you pick left. If you go to the outside of it, you pick the outside.
That's right.
So, yeah, it'll be. I mean, it is the first time I'm personally going to see it in action. I don't know about you, Steve, but do you want to take a bet and see if somebody might hit it?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I don't like to bring it up.
Why do you got to bring that energy into the room, Frankie?
I don't know. I've always been a glass half empty kind of guy. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry, audience.
Listen, it's very possible. Okay, it is pretty funny that it could happen, right? But here's the thing: we did this because I feel like the rule in the process we had before, leading up to this season, or I guess the last 5 races, it was almost too complicated. You know, like you got to be up here in a certain lane and down here in a certain lane, and you know, it's nice for the folks at home watching because it gives some, you know, clarity to who's doing what. But I think this move right here, it really, you know, it's going to show off like, hey, one, this is kind of creative, right? It's pretty cool. The car is kind of funny. It's bright orange. It has our logo on it. It's got the big Choose, you know, symbol on the, you know, on the bed of the truck. So it's really, really cool. So it's I guess ingenuity at its finest within iRacing, but it's going to be cool. So it's simple, right? It's just, hey, the truck is going to be on the backstretch, which is just something simple, right? And then, hey, as a driver, you go to the left of it, or you go to, you know, to the right of it, and that's it. That's your lane. So very, very simple in theory. Today will be the first. We're going to try it. And then obviously Thursday for the Cup Series, we'll be doing that as well. One more change that I think is going to be kind of huge, Frankie, is that the iRacing restarts are turned off. So basically what that means is that typically when the leaders are in the restart box, they are indicated by iRacing, hey, you know, you have to go in the restart box, that Geico restart zone, and start at a certain time. And then once the leader accelerates, then they just go, right? Everybody sees the green flag, causes checkups, causes a mess that we've seen. So no more of that, we hope. So when the leader goes, that's it. Frankie, I mean, is that going to clear it up, do we think? I mean, or is it going to just be still a mess? What do you think?
I mean, I would love nothing more than just, you know, straight no drama at a Choose cone or a Choose car. But, well, I mean, I honestly don't know. But I think these guys are smart enough and are aware enough to handle it. So I'm going to say, yeah, these guys will catch on real quick on kind of what to do, and they'll get better at it throughout the night and also the season.
Mm-hmm. Completely agree. Well, right now the grid is set. Mark Whitley is your pole sitter. let's walk through the field real quick as we get going here for the, whoa, nice and zoomed in truck. I'll tell you what, this paint scheme's a good look in this Harpoon design car, but woo, that's a close-up shot. Well, let's take a look here. Let's get a good camera angle. I don't know, we'll go here for now. So Mark Whitley, P1. We get Joseph Mealy in P2. Right now, Joseph actually, right now the sponsor of today's race is putting on the Phyllis and Joe 150. So a really, really cool thing that he's doing for his grandparents, surprising them for all the support and love that they've given him. So love to see it. P3 is going to be Nick Lights, former champion last season. Looking good in P3. P4 is Ryan Dunkelberger, starting in P4. Jeff Tetro in P5. Thomas Speaks with a great start right here, P7. Excuse me, P6. Jonathan Wright, we call him JD, right there in that great badass American lager paint scheme in P7. Michael Lanphier in P8. Trevor Zlasny in P9. Brandon 6. Not on the grid yet, but in P10. We can't see the car just yet. Nick Silver as well. Andrew McKenzie, Clinton Woodbury, Christopher Vanderplatz, all kinds of guys. Ooh, hold on now. I think we just got it back. There we go. Chris Vanderplatz in P14. Larry McKenzie Jr. P15, Matt Smith in P16. Circle B Design Chevy. Justin Sorrell, look at, oh man, I'll tell you what, this car is so good, so clean. That nice bright red. Justin Sorrell right there. Melvin Young in P18. Josh Larson, 19th place. P20 is Josh Purcell, and then Mitch Diamond is in P21. Rounding up the field, P22, Charlie Birch. Nick Simpson in 23rd. Larry McKenzie in 24th. Isaac Balsamo in 25th. They're going to come back. There he is. EJ Marshall in P26th. Robert Hissong in 27th. Charles Bounce in that 41 machine looking good in 28th. Rounding up the field. A couple guys getting EOLs tonight, so they'll be starting in the back. Mitch Diamond, Charles Balance, Nicholas Simpson. For previous penalties last week. So, here we go. Frankie, stages. Laps 25 and 60. So 25, I mean, hey, is that first stage doable on fuel?
I think it is, but we're coming to the green.
Love that. Here we go.
We'll see what these guys are made of. Green, green, green.
Wave it away. Here we go. Makes a great jump there. Oh, hold on now. Joseph Mealy gets real loose in turn 1. Great save.
We got Jeff Teacher also getting loose. These guys, cold tires. Maybe these guys are pounding out their first laps of the race. Maybe they're a little unaware of how big cold tires can be. We're going through the field.
Looking great. Barney the Flagman. Watching on board right here. Mark Whitley still in P1. Looking great. Nick Lights right in tow in P2. Couple of moves right here. Thomas Meeks climbs to 4th place. Joseph Mealy with that getting loose right there into turn 1. Looking pretty good. Whoa, hold on now. Tungelberger in the wall there just a little bit on entry at turn 3. But more importantly, we have actually an update, Frankie, for the 46 of Nick Simpson. Do you want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
Live from the chat says inside reporter on the 46, Nick Simpson, 2 weeks strong and no Tinder reactivation. You hate to hear it. He admitted it was difficult being in Miami for the race, but he remains focused and stronger mentally than ever. I love to hear it. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I mean the Simpsons. I mean, they're known for the simping, but you know, maybe I don't know.
All right, that's
I think I made a bad joke there.
It's lap 3, Frankie. Let's hold off on it.
You got it.
Back in the back here. Sorry, we're already in shambles. Chris Vanderplatz making some moves right here. Kind of in trouble. John Wright right here. Gonna go 3. Nope, 2 wide. I mean, Frankie, the temps right now, they're kind of cooler. Is this gonna be a multi-groove track right now?
I think to start off, no, but we might have a battle for the lead right now. Yep. Nick Lights to the inside of Mark Whitley.
He is not going to give it up. Great job so far. Oh, caution on the track. Yellow flag. Mark Whitley will maintain this yellow flag, and we will see our first choose situation. Let's take a look back at this. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, no. What's going on here? All right, yellow flag on the track. We were given 0 reasons as to what it could be, so we'll have to look around, Frankie.
I believe, yep, it involved, hearing some radio chatter, it was the 27.
27, okay. Let's go back down, take a look. Justin Sorrell. See what we can pick up here. Give some chopper action. Let's play this right here from here. Oh, man.
Can really sideways.
But kind of some crazy netcode, I feel like. Let's just rewind a little bit, take a look at it. Bouncing off the side of Josh Purcell, but... Oh, man.
And it doesn't look like Josh Purcell necessarily turned right, but it's hard to look at it from that above angle. But man, what a great save by Sorrell.
Makes a great save. Not sure why the caution comes out because he did save it, but let's watch this. Let's watch this. Oh man, I mean it's close, but definitely some netcode involved. We'll see what. I mean, hey, it's a hell of a shot of that paint scheme though. But great save by Josh Purcell. Excuse me, Justin Purcell keeps it going. So no harm, no foul. Strange caution why it would bring it out, but either way, here it is, Frankie. The Choose truck on its way. Gonna get our first look at the Choose truck. Please, everybody, hold your laughing. Just kidding. There it is. So, how this works, obviously, our boys are going to make a decision. If they're going to pit, obviously, Frankie, I don't think you pit here, right? Everyone can make it on fuel. Everyone can, right?
Yeah, I think the only thing is maybe tires, and even then, you kind of almost want to save a set just in case a late caution happens at the end of stage 2 or stage 3.
Makes sense. So, lap 7, stage 1 ends on lap 25. So right now, I believe these boys might be choosing. We're going to take a little peek. Get a good angle here of what these boys decide to do here at the choose rule. Commercial time? Not yet. Not yet. We're getting there. Here we go. Choosing right now. Joseph Mealy on the outside. Thomas Meeks goes on the outside. A lot of guys. Okay. Frankie, so far this is pretty good, huh? Everyone's making their decision. Look at that.
Yep.
Somebody got real close. Kind of making me nervous. But look, it's perfect. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, well, how can you not see a bright orange and yellow truck?
I love it when that's true. I love it when a thing works. All right, well, they've already chosen. So we are good to go. They're going to get the 1 to go here. Mark Whitley going to be leading this again. Tell you what, man, that was successful. I like that. If we get that all the time, well, I'll tell you what, somebody is bound to hit it. You just know it, right?
Yeah, I think a couple guys got really close.
I think they're doing it on purpose, right? It's kind of like, it's at this point, it's like a mini game. So
yeah, like how close can you get to hitting the choose truck?
True.
How close can you get? But I'll tell you what really surprised me. A lot of people chose the outside lane. Now, I'm not surprised by the fact that there was more people that chose the outside lane. I'm more surprised by the amount that chose the outside. Because usually the bottom here in a truck is the more preferred line. Now, I understand choosing the outside because you have a little more security around the outside.
That's right.
You have a little more banking, with this progressively banked track.
A little
bit more bank. The higher you go, the more banking you get, meaning the more security you have. But I am surprised about how much. I think a couple guys maybe missed out on a couple spots, but we're going green here.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
Let's see what Whitley can do out front again. We're green.
So far, so good. So far, restarts, Frankie, in the back haven't looked too bad, considering we have turned off that restart functionality from iRacing. So far, a couple changes that I've noticed are pretty good. Hard to tell, obviously, but we'll definitely monitor that as we go. So far, great job in the back of the pack here. A couple of changes right here. Trevor's Lasney, Joseph Milley making a move right here, and Thomas Meeks.
He's gonna, yep, that's gonna be successful. But we have Brandon 6. I'll tell you what, he's a man on a mission. He did not qualify that well, considering the Brandon 6 legacy that he is brought onto the league. He qualified P10. For anybody else, that's probably P40. Just how fast he is, but he's making quick work.
Yes, sir.
It's already up 6 spots.
Great job. Ryan Duggleberger in P3 holding on to it. Back of the pack, Josh Larson, Larry McKenzie making some moves right here. Charles Bounds doing pretty good. Isaac, haven't seen him in a couple weeks, but so far looking pretty good. Pretty good. Uh-oh,
Yeah,
hold on now.
You see right there in that shot, the 3 different lines those trucks are running. One right against the wall, one right close to the white line, one in the middle of the track. We as a race fan, I love to see that.
Hold on now. Isaac in the wall here.
I'm sure Isaac fans do not want to see that.
That's
But
right.
it looks like it looks like a little squirrely, but it looks like he's gathered it back up. Just needs to settle down a little bit. Otherwise, his truck's okay.
Yes, sir. All right. Charles Bouncer here also in the back. I'm kind of nervous, Frankie. All right.
No,
okay, we're good. We're good.
They made it through.
All right. Well, Jeff Tito right now and Josh Purcell making a move right here. Josh Purcell. Hold on now. Blinking a little bit. Keeps it going. Looking pretty good. Single file for now. I think people are kind of chilling out. So I like that. Lap 13. Back at the front. No motion right now. Nick Lights is trying to catch up to him. He is fast. I mean, we saw Nick put on a masterclass here a couple months ago for the championship of season 1. Keep in mind that this was the home of the championship race. And Nick Lights did take that away from Joseph Mealy, Matt Ponce, a couple guys right there. So looking pretty strong right now. Trying to make that move.
And he's doing a good job of just staying tucked in underneath Mark Whitley, last week's winner. I think Nick Lights wants to cement himself as a playoff contender.
That's right. Andrew McKenzie. Oh, for sure. Andrew McKenzie right now in that 06 machine. Love that. American flag on top. Can't get any better than that, man. Right now, currently sitting in P14. A couple guys around him. Justin Sorrell right now, right behind. Made a great save right there, so no harm, no foul. Mitch Diamond, I mean, you're seeing him. He's trying the outside line, Frankie, already.
Yeah, he's trying it. I think the later the run, it'll work more, but I don't think it is I personally don't think it's the fastest way around. I think it's the most secure. I just don't think it's the fastest. I think if you're maybe having some rear tire issues, then I think it's a perfect opportunity to go up there. But if you're having no issues, I think you need to be right next to that white line on the bottom of the racetrack, especially in 3 and 4. It's a great angle in the cockpit view, seeing what Mitch is dealing with. So he gets the problem with running the high side is you lose a little too much time in the center of the corner.
Right.
So you see right here, this is a perfectly good angle. Watch the center of the corner. See how Mitch is gaining on that 16 truck of Edward Marshall in the center of the corner. And as long as Mitch doesn't overdo it on exit right there, as you just see right there, he's going to pass him. And he's going to pass him maybe with ease, maybe.
Seems like it. Right now, Frankie, which lane is better on tires? I mean, obviously, a long run, hopefully we get some of those, right? Is the hot line the way to go?
I would say if you're having some rear tire trouble, like I think if you burnt your rear tires a little too much, being a little too aggressive on that exit, I think you gotta at least try the middle lane, like right where that beautiful Wheels America truck is right now, just a little above that first lane. In 1 and 2, 3 and 4, he's gonna kind of go through into the middle of the track. in between that seam. You gotta at least try the middle line first, and if that doesn't work, then you gotta go up towards the wall. See right there, he's going a little higher. So I think he might be having some rear tire trouble.
EJ Marshall now trying the outside lane, making it work. So far, him and Mitch Diamond still battling right here, going into turn 1 and 2.
And these guys have been side by side for the last 2-3 laps, and right now they're at a stalemate right now.
Well, right now we are approaching the end of stage 1 on lap 25. Mark Whitley still up front. Nick Lights. I feel like Mark Whitley and Nick Lights, Frankie, I'm going to make a bold statement here. I feel like their driving style is very, very similar. Mark Whitley, Nick Lights, they're really, really good on short runs. But then once tires come into play, I feel like there's other guys who might, be faster. But Nick Lights and Whitley, they are just all go, man. And right now they're looking really, really fast. But right behind him, Dungelberger, Brandon Six, Joseph Mealy, holding on strong right here. And Nick Silver in that P6 position. These guys trying to get that top 10 for the stage points. Those matter so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you haven't gotten a win this year, those stage points can mean a lot. Like 1 point could be the difference of even making it to the playoffs and not making it. I think last year, what do we have? A 2-point difference in the final playoff spot?
Yeah. It can get crazy for sure. It can get real tight. Right now, McKenzie here, Andrew McKenzie trying to make a move. And then right up front, Larry McKenzie Jr. trying to make a move as well. Right now, Clinton Woodby on the outside. Jeff Teeter trying to sneak his way in. And Chris Vanderplat's right up front of them.
Yeah, Larry McKenzie. We don't talk about these guys too much. Larry McKenzie Jr., Andrew McKenzie. We don't talk about these guys too much, but I'll tell you what, they're putting a really good run 21 laps into this race. They're putting up really good runs, and that's what some of these guys maybe need. They need a little bit of a confidence booster.
Right.
You never know. Maybe this track just suits them perfectly. And right there, we see that 00 just going by that 92 of Clinton Woodby.
He's making the move though. Oh man. Great job. Clean. Well, we have 2 more laps until the end of stage 1. Mark Whitley right now going to be taking that 2 to go right here for stage 1. Has pulled out quite a bit on the back of Nick Lights here. Nick Lights trying the outside lane now. These boys in a second going to be coming down for that stage 1 finale. And also, I'm sure, Frankie, we're going to see tires, we're going to see fuel. All kinds of stuff. Keep in mind, though, there's no fast repairs. So after this first stage, we still have 75 laps to go. The car clean.
Yeah, right there. You see right on your screen that 4 of Nick Lights. I think in the mind of the driver, I think he knows he's not going to be able to get this stage win unless something happening. I think he's trying to get some recon. He's trying to see how that outside lane, how to really run it. I know it's only going to be a couple laps, but you can learn a lot if you're as talented as Nick Lights.
Yes, sir. Right now, Jeff Teeter making that move on Justin Sorrell. Great job down the backstretch into turn 3. But Mark Whitley, here he is. Takes that stage 1 win. In P2, we see Nick Lights, Dunkelberger in P3, Brandon Six in P4, Joseph Mealy in P5, Nick Silver in P6, Trevor Zlasny in P7, great run going for him so far. Mike Lamphere in P8, Thomas Meeks with a solid P9, and then Chris Vanderplat's, I know for a fact we have a lot of CVP fans in the chat, so gets himself that 1 point for the stage. Great job so far. Right now, we're going to go to a commercial real quick and thank our great sponsors. Already back action at Homestead Miami Speedway, Frankie. We are here. Man, I'll tell you what, stage 1 just wrapped up. So far, clean. Great race so far. Justin Sorrell, a bit of an issue right there, getting loose. But overall, no harm, no foul. Kept it straight. Caution, quite frankly, shouldn't have even come out, to be honest, but it did. Either way, a really clean stage 1. And right after these boys pit, we're going to try and sneak in, talk to Mark real quick. See how the race is going. And there he's going to beat everybody off the pit road. Strong move right there for him. All right, so let's try and bring in Mark Whitley here. Stage 1 winner. See if we can dial up old Mark Whitley. Hey, Mark Whitley, man, how's it going, dude? Great job in stage 1, clean, dominating the whole thing. How do you feel this next 75 laps?
Feels pretty good. I feel like we're able to keep enough pace to stay in front of the cars and save enough tire. So after about a few laps, they kind of fall off and we can kind of pull away. So hopefully we can just keep it up and run hard enough to stay in front of them, but still easy enough to save the tires. That's the goal going forward, I think, right now.
Love that, man. Hey, a couple changes here. Restart obviously being turned off, and then the choose truck. A lot of fun things going on. Hope that you're having a good time, and can't wait to hear the feedback. But hey, good luck, man, going back to back.
All right, appreciate it.
Alrighty, so that's Mark Whitley. Trying to go back to back, man. Hey, listen, I told you last week. I mean, once Mark wins a race, it's going to be open the floodgates, I think. But Nick Light's right behind him in that Ford truck. He is just as hungry, for sure. So, choose truck on the track. Our boy's going to make a move right here. Who is going to choose what, Frankie? Mark Whitley going low. Nick Light's going way up high. So far, so good. I feel like, Frankie, like you almost want the high line. I mean, do you want the high line on restarts like the later this race goes? Because you can really have a lot more room up there, I feel like, for entry.
Yeah, I think if you had the choice, I'd say most of these guys would like to pick the outside. Like I said before, you have a little more security around the outside. You know, you have a little more banking, and I just think it's also, you can really pin the guy on the bottom of the racetrack, you know, and you can get that good run off. But I mean, I'd say if you're the leader, if you're Mark Whitley, you're taking bottom every time. But it looks like kind of, you know, one goes bottom, one goes top, one goes bottom, one goes top, kind of deal, at least for now on new tires. But I mean, this is going to be the third time technically that these guys will take off on cold tires. So the first time we saw a couple guys get loose up towards the front. To
yes,
name
sir.
a couple, Joseph Mealy and Jeff Tetro. So
That's a good point.
That mistake, those mistakes by those drivers could be
Oh, for
kind
sure.
of the lesson that everybody could learn from, I should say.
Couple of guys in the chat already making fun of me. Matt Pont says back action. Yes, I know my English and my I'm just a wreck. I don't know how else to say it. Brentley, Harpoon Design, saying we should have the cameras on the back of the choose truck. I agree, but there's something really nice about seeing the whole action up top. You get to see the great Harpoon Design logo on the hood. So, I mean, man, how else are they going to know to go to harpoondesign.com, man? Come on now. You know what? Green flag is coming right now. Barney, arms getting tired. Green flag in the air. About to go here. Here we go. Mark Whitley going to lead him off. Stage 2. Green flag in the air. Great job so far. Back of the pack action. Looking pretty good. Pretty clean, Frankie. I haven't seen any checkups. At least nothing severe. Looking pretty good. Charlie Birch right there in the 18. That Charlotte Hornets. Great paint job. Trying to make a move here on the inside. JD, John Wright. Going to fall back right in the middle.
Yep, he's right now in the soccer hole, JD is. And that's kind of how it is towards the back of the pack. Gotta take the runs. It looked like JD had a run, but Mitch to the outside was losing momentum. JD lifted for his teammate there, and unfortunately it cost him probably a good 2-3 spots right there.
Yes, sir. A lot of action back here in the kind of the back of the pack. Josh Larson JD John Wright making a move here. I don't know why I keep saying JD John Wright, but I'll just call him John Wright from now on to not confuse anybody. Melvin Young behind him. Look at this 69-41. Charles Bounce making a great move on the inside here. So far, so good. Holding onto it strong, trying to make that move low on John Wright. Josh Larson going to be on the outside as well. Going to go 3 wide here. Or not.
Yeah, we're back to 2 wide, but it still is exciting. And we see the different lines everyone's taking. You see a couple guys running towards the wall. Matt Smith, I know he personally likes to run next to the wall.
Yeah.
And a guy we know really well that likes to run the outside is Josh Larson.
That's right.
So I think it's no surprise we see one of the first people up there is that 54 Circle B diecast truck of Matt Smith and the 51 race truck.
Let's not talk about the fact that I was on replay for like half a lap. So we'll just carry on. Anyway, Mark Whitley back up front. Slight shambles. It's all right. We're good. Mark Whitley back up front still. Nick Light's into. I'll tell you what. Is Nick Light's biding his time? I mean, it's hard to say, right? This stage is just a tad longer. So fuel might play a role into it. What do you think, Frankie?
I think it plays in the role in the fact that I think without a couple cautions, everyone's going to have to pit.
Right.
So I think that's partly the best thing for being in second or being, I would say, not leading the race, is you kind of almost know where you're trying to figure out where you can be better at. While you're Mark Whitley in the lead, you don't really know where you got to be better because you're out front. You're just worried about not losing the lead. But right now, I think Nick might have learned something on that first run, because we saw him. He was right up the back bumper of that 7 truck, for most of the run, and then the last 10 laps he started fading, and it started fading even worse towards the end of the stage. So I think Nick might have learned something there those first 25 laps that's going to really help him for the rest of the race.
Yes, sir. We'll agree. Absolutely. Well, right now, great job. Really by everybody. Hold on. Right now, Thomas Meeks up front right here, looking at 3 wide. Jeff Teacher on the inside. Michael Lamphere on the outside. Oh, no. Are we going to wreck? Ooh, Lamphere, hold on to it. Great save by Lamphere. And then Meeks comes down into Clinton Woodby. And oh, my. I got to take a breath. Okay. We're good.
I believe we're good.
We're good. I just oh man, one thing after another. But Thomas Meeks, hey, he holds on to it. Lamphere holds on to it. Somebody clip that. Anyway.
That was an awesome save by those 2 drivers
all of
there.
them. Great heads-up awareness. That's what it takes to keep this race green on lap 37. Next caution, or stage I should say, will come out on lap 60. Josh Larson trying to make a move here on his teammate, Thomas Meeks. Great job so far. Little ways ahead. Couple of guys making some moves here. Justin Sorrell, Clinton Woodby. Justin Sorrell going to try that inside line. Really, really good. So we talked about it, Frankie. I mean, Homestead was the season finale of last season for the Cup and Trucks, and now it's, right here in the midseason. So that leaves the track open for the finale. And we picked Auto Club. So Auto Club, in about 3 months from now, give or take, will be our season finale for the Truck Series as well as the Cup Series. I think that's going to be a really fun place to go, man. It's kind of a little homage to the track since it is going away in real life, but I think also, too, it's just a fun place. I mean, you get, 25, 30 plus drivers, or in Cup at least, 40 basically, racing over there. That's going to be really, really fun to determine our champion.
Yeah, Auto Club. We're in
Oh,
Homestead.
big wreck right here up in front.
Nope, they saved it. Nope, never mind.
Oh, my worst. Josh Purcell made a great save right there.
Could be that time of the run where those, you're pushing and suddenly those rear tires are starting to let go.
Man.
Have to look at a replay of what happened, but man, he looked like he was loose basically from the middle of the corner all the way to the exit.
Let's try and see if we can get any kind of shot here. Josh Purcell into turn 3. Turn 4, nothing quite yet. Man, that was going into turn 1, perhaps. Not quite. Oh, you can see him kind of getting loose right there. Well, we don't quite have that. Sorry, folks, but definitely made a great save and kept it going. So hats off to him. A lot of getting loose, Frankie. A lot of saves, though. So great to see it.
Yep, we love to see some drift actions. Unfortunately, I think if you're in the cockpit in one of these trucks, you don't want to drift.
That's right.
But for the fans, for the fans watching at home, I think they want to see more drifts.
Yes, sir. Well, Mark Whitley way up front right now. He's not giving that up. Brandon Six making a move here. Nick Silver has gotten past his teammate. Looking pretty solid so far. These guys holding on to it. Really, really clean race so far. Love to see it. On lap 42. 18 laps away until stage 2 ends, Frankie.
Yeah, we're a little bit away, but it just seems like, I just want to point this out. It looks like we kind of have different groups of the race. So right now, I think from 1st to 6th kind of have their own group. I think those are the fastest trucks of the race. You got Mark Whitley, Nick Lights, Ryan Dunkelberger, Nick Silver, Brandon Six, Joseph Mealy. Those 6 are probably, I think those 6 for sure have the pace to win. A couple of them maybe need to get a little lucky with caution or track position or whatnot, but it seems like they all have the pace to win. They're within a tenth and a half of Mark Whitley, who is right now the race leader. And
yes, sir.
It just seems like they're on pace.
That's right. We saw Michael Lanphier back, finishing 8th, I believe, in that first stage. Right now, mired back in 21st. Not sure what happened there, either on the restart or on the actual pit strategy. But right now, holding on to it. Has some left side damage. Not too bad, but holding on to it. Charlie Birch right here. This whole pack right here is kind of getting close together, Frankie. A lot going on.
Yeah, and Mike Lanphier.
Ooh, Charlie Birch into the wall.
Yeah, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. But yeah, with that contact with Thomas Meeks, I think it has really hurt Michael Lanphier. Like Michael Lanphier, they both dropped, I would say, maybe 5 to 7, 8 spots. I think they're running inside the top 10. Thomas Meeks has somewhat stayed where he is. Ooh, we got another one on the wall.
Oh, man.
Meeks going to run straight into the back of him.
Looks like Meeks and EJ Marshall, perhaps.
Oh, we got...
Oh, no. Big wreck. What happened here? Thomas Meeks. Oh, no.
That all started from a chain reaction of the 16. I think it was the 16 of EJ Marshall. And that is not a sight that Thomas Meeks want to see.
Frankie, we were just talking about this back of the pack kind of seemed dicey, right? It just kind of had that look to it, right? And so let's take a look back and try and get a good angle here, see what actually happens. So Thomas, this might be kind of too far away, but okay, here we go. Let's get, Meeks is kind of slow right here. What's going on here? Just gets drilled from behind. Okay, well, this needs to be for sure replayed.
Yeah, I'd say you got to go back. That looks like that 16 truck of EJ Marshall, just ahead of the 54 truck.
Let's take a look in real time. Yeah, 16, just kind of gets tight. Maybe up there. It's hard to say, but gets into the wall right here. Nowhere really to go, and then Meeks just kind of falls in line with him. Doesn't really... just kind of follows him. A lot of checkups right there because Meeks is slow. All kinds of a mess right there. Takes out Josh Purcell, Melvin Young. Man, so Melvin Young's day is over. Blown engine. Josh Purcell pretty beat up. EJ Marshall obviously having an issue right there as well. Couple of guys. You hate to see it. Andrew McKenzie. Some rear damage, not a whole. Okay, maybe a lot.
Yeah, I think more of that damage. That is if that engine is not blown yet, it is very close to being blown. But yeah, you just hate it. I think right there with Thomas Meeks, it just seemed like, his truck just didn't turn, and then as soon as he kind of knew it wouldn't turn, it was just too late. He ran in the back of him. And then just same thing with Jonathan Wright. Just, he's going, he's not expecting it, and as soon as that car in front of him, swerves out of the way, he sees a bright 55 truck.
Yeah.
Going 50 mile an hour or somewhat like that slower, and he can't avoid it.
Hate to see it. Bunch of guys getting wrecked, but hey, right now, a lot of pit strategy. Brandon 6 currently in P1, going to steal that lead away. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe no tires. Maybe, who knows? We'll find out. But Nick Silver, P2. Ryan Dunkelberger in P3. So our Bowie Esport drivers are now 1, 2, and 3. Mark Whitley, Trevor Lasney actually, Flagship Motorsports truck going to be right there in P4. So a lot of interesting choices here for sure.
Yeah, might have been a 2-tire call.
Exactly.
I mean, we're not that we weren't that super far into the run. Now, I don't think I would have done it, but you never know.
That's right. Well, our choose truck is getting into position. Hopefully no one creams the back of him. we're still debating on that, but hey, here they come as requested. Who is going to choose which lane? Brandon 6 on the outside. A lot of outside. Interesting decision. Mark Whitley going down low. Vanderplat's up high. Nick Lights. Smith. I mean, Frankie, we're only going to have 12 laps to go until stage 2 ends. So this is huge. I mean, these guys taking 4. Are they taking no tires? But 12 laps. It's gonna happen quick.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I think those Bowie Esports trucks. I mean, this might be wacky, but they might have taken no tires. They might have just said, listen, we might, we're going to not be as fast, but we're going to have an extra set that nobody else is going to have. So maybe they're thinking long game here.
Interesting for sure. We will see how it plays out with 10 laps to go. That is what we'll do. Let's do a quick commercial break before we get going here for the green flag. And there we go. Wasn't kidding. Quick, harpoondesign.com. Go and check them out, folks. Great paints. Great everything, really. So, Frankie, we're going to hit 10 laps to go here on the green flag. Only one caution for incident. Great job so far for these boys. We're halfway. We'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. We're going to have maybe 10 to go coming to this stage.
Actually, the pace car still has the lights on, so we're going to get 1 to go here. My apologies.
But I think what this does, it helps us. I personally believe, like, I don't have confirmation, but I personally believe that the front 4 they're on an alternate strategy. They either took 0 tires or they took 2 tires.
Interesting.
Okay. One of the two, but I'd say right now, if that truly is the case for Brandon 6, Ryan Dunkelberger, Nick Silver, and Trevor Zelazny, then right now the less amount of laps, the better.
That's right.
Because the less amount of laps they're going to have to deal with the used rubber, and the less amount of time that the guys on new rubber have to overtake them.
Great point. Well, pace lights are out. We're going to be going green here with 9 laps to go. Great field today for Homestead. Race number 6 of our season. This is officially, after this race, is officially the halfway point of the regular season. So after this, Frankie, only 6 more races to go until our playoffs. It's going to be huge. A lot of great races coming up. Iowa's going to be the Colored by Our Kids race in 2 weeks. I'm sorry, 3 weeks. That'll be our all the paint schemes driven by drivers that have their kids painted it. Gonna be a lot of fun. Next week, Sonoma. Gonna go road course racing. But right now, we're gonna go green. Barney with the green flag in the air. Here we go. Green flag. Brandon 6 leads him off. So far, great job by this back of the pack on the restarts. starting to figure out how to do it. You know, not go on the green necessarily. Back up front. Whoa, hold on now. Joseph Mealy, Nick Lights, and Vanderplatz 3 wide. Trying to get these top 10 stage points at the end of this thing. Yellow flag is out. Ooh, and a big wreck here. Josh Larson has spun out here on lap 51. Not too sure what happened here, but it looks like Josh Larson might have been multiple cars. Let's take a look. Oh, a lot of stuff going on here, Frankie. We're gonna have to back this one up for sure. So Larson on the inside, Tetro kind of on that middle-ish lane. Larson's gonna come up here. Ooh, Tetro gets loose. You can see it. You can see Tetro's back tires kind of skid just a little bit.
Yeah, you saw it on the replay there.
Oh, and then Isaac just kind of netcodes right through him a little bit.
Yeah, nowhere to go for Isaac. But it doesn't look, I mean, I could be wrong, but at least for that 51 truck, it doesn't look like they have, like Josh Larson has a ton of damage. You know, he didn't really hit nose first. He kind of just slid across the wall with his nose. Oof.
Isaac didn't quite slow down like I thought he would have. Unfortunate for there. Let's take a look one more time in the cockpit of Isaac, just to see what he might have done here.
He sees a wreck. Ooh.
Tries to throw the needle, but just couldn't quite get it done.
Yeah. Yeah, everything happens so fast when you're behind the wheel. It's those split-second decisions, and unfortunately, he might not have made the right decision there.
So yellow flag is out. Joseph Mealy right now is parked on the front stretch. Not quite sure what's going on here. Right now is being shown as the leader.
Do you think maybe it might have something to do with a little bit of an iRacing glitch?
Perhaps. We'll have to get word there from race control on why this is a thing, but could be scoring him ahead of the leaders where he shouldn't be, if I had to guess. Because right now the leaders, Brandon 6 was the leader when that caution came out, so this is definitely interesting to see what's going on here, but these boys gonna get past. Mealy's gonna stay there on the track, I'm guessing until everybody passes through. Okay, there he goes. So whether he's getting an EOL here or whether he's getting some kind of glitch in the matrix, looks like he's going to be... Oh, actually, he looks like he's getting going now, so... We'll have to cover this story. Frankie, if you hear anything on the radio, let us know what's going on with that. But definitely, we'll find out what that story is right there for sure. These boys going to start choosing right here as we get going green. So here we go. Who's going where? Brandon 6, Dunkelberger splitting. Mark Whitley choosing low. Nick Light staying up high. A lot of guys going low. These guys can make up a lot of positions here on the outside. So far, pretty good. Nice and clean. Great job. Alrighty. Well, great job so far. So, we are at lap 54. The caution lights go out here. We'll have 5 laps to go in stage number 2.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting run to the finish. So I do have at least confirmed.
Okay.
That the 9 truck and the 26 truck. So it looks like with Dunkelberger, he took 2 tires.
Okay.
Nick Silver took fuel only.
Interesting. Okay.
I believe Brandon 6 also took fuel only as well. So you basically have 3 different strategies here. You have fuel only, 2 tires, and 4 tires with Mark Whitley and Nick Lights. So it's going to be really interesting to see the aggression level out of Mark Woodley and Nick Lights, because I know they're one of the more aggressive drivers in the series, but they know how to get it done, and that aggression has gotten Nick Lights championship, and it's gotten Mark Woodley a couple of wins the last 2 weeks in both series.
That's true, Frankie. I'm hearing that the 66 truck did not take tires that last time, so this is going to be mucho interesting. We're going to go green here on lap 56. 4 laps to go until stage 2 ends. Here we go, green flag in the air. So far, great job. Back of the pack, bunch of guys getting not together, but pretty close. Looking good. Charlie Birch right now, 3 wide. So far, so good. Back in the front, Brandon Six is leading this pack kind of handedly. Doing a great job. Mark Whitley has already made his way back to P2, and Ryan Dunkelberger trying to fill that gap. Oh, Frankie, these fresh tires are just going to be blowing past Brandon Six right here.
Yeah, right now, I think Brandon Six really doesn't have a leg to stand on here. I think Mark Whitley's just going to drive up right next to him, and then just, yep, right there. Just didn't even have to really work for it that much with those 4 fresh tires. Nick Light's pushing hard behind Dunkelberger.
That's right. Dunkelberger has those 2 tires. Going to try and make the same move, but can't quite get it done just yet. Trevor's Lassley right now finishing in P4 for this first stage. Getting past by Mitch Diamond. Mitch Diamond making a great little comeback here. Was mired back in the pack, but currently in P7.
Up 3 wide for the second position.
Woo! Nick Lights making a move on the inside. Dunkelberger trying to stick it to him on the out. Gets a little loose there, has the wobble. Nick Lights, solid maneuver there for the inside. Getting that P2 position.
Like I said, these Mark Whitley and Nick Lights are aggressive, but
ooh,
they make their moves work. See right there, Brandon Six doing all he can. Right now for Brandon Six, if you are Brandon Six in that 66 truck, you're trying to damage limitation right here. You're trying
stop the bleeding.
Stop the bleeding, because right now he's going to have it looks like he's going to have an extra set to play with.
That is true.
Not many people are going to have. So he's got that tactical advantage. And if a late caution comes out, man, Brandon Six might be on a charge.
And I'll tell you right now, Larry McKenzie Jr. right now in P9 might get this position in front of Nick Silver, but as doing a great job. Mark Whitley right now taking that checkered line for the stage 2. Great job by Mark Whitley going back to back. Solid move right there. Nick Lights finishing P2 in stage 2. Dunkelberger in P3. Joseph Mealy in P4. Mitch Diamond P5. Solid job right there for these guys. Brandon Six falls down to P6, but still not a bad point stay. Gets 4 points out of that. Clinton Wood beat P7. Nick Silver in P9. Larry McKenzie Jr. in P9, excuse me, and then Michael Lamphere in P10. Great job. So, folks, we'll hit the commercials real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll talk to one of our drivers here. All right, these boys coming down pit lane, going to get 4 fresh tires and fuel. A lot going on here, Frankie. I'll tell you what, a lot of guys just pitting. Right now, currently, EJ Marshall being shown as the P1, Christopher Vanderplatz in P2. These guys have not pit, or they might be getting the wave around here, but right now, solid job. EJ Marshall was involved in that wreck earlier, but maybe trying some pit strategy, but so far, so good. But a lot of guys right now in that pit lane. Mitch, I'm going to beat off Brandon 6 just by a little bit. Makes that move. Let's go, Frankie. Let's go and try and talk to Nick Lights. Obviously, finished P2 in both stages. See if we can snag him in here. Here he is. Let's bring him on in.
And I just love racing so much.
Oh, you do, huh? You love racing? Well, I got Nick Lights here in the booth. How's it going, man? Hey, listen, P2 in both stages, looking really, really good. What's he going to take to win this race, man? You're looking strong.
Yeah, I'm asking myself that too, honestly. Being behind Mark, following in his tire tracks, it's been tough to get around him. I think we're about even. He's, you know, a little bit better on that strong run. I think I just need that clean air, really. So both those times I was a little bit too tight. I think I was just, you know, following too close to him, burning that right front up. But if I get some clean air on the nose, I think we might have a shot to win this thing.
Love that, man. Hey, well, we'll let you get back to it. Get ready for that choose truck, and good luck the rest of the way, man.
Thank you.
Alrighty, well, Frankie, so far so good. These boys gonna start choosing here shortly. Here he comes up right now, Brandon Shelton.
Yeah, it looks like, I could be wrong, but it looks like a couple guys stayed out.
Yeah, EJ Marshall, Christopher Vanderplatz. I thought they had the wave around initially, but looks like they're going to be given the lead here. So EJ Marshall taking the outside, inside row, doing pretty good here. Look at that shoes truck. HarpoonDesign.com, folks. Love to see it. Really, really cool. At this point, it's kind of a running joke at this point, right? But it's it's extremely effective. No one's getting upset about, oh, what line am I choosing, down, inside or out, or whatever. But this is super cool. Works really well, and there it is, done deal. Brandon Shelton on race control for the night and for the truck series. Definitely hats off to him for all the effort and all the work that he puts in for this. We definitely appreciate him for sure. So yeah, Frankie, like you said, EJ Marshall going to be on the outside leading this thing. Christopher Vanderplatz. Here we go. I mean, what's the strat? What are you gonna do here?
Well, I'm not surprised some people stayed out, but I am a little surprised people stayed out at the same time. You know, with Homestead being an abrasive track, we're gonna have 35 laps to go. I think everyone's gonna have to pit anyway, so it's not a bad idea. But I do think if you are, like, let's say that 4 truck of Nick Lights, it would have been made more sense to stay out than maybe EJ Marshall and Chris Vanderplatz. But you never know what might happen. You know, maybe that 16 truck did save a set, or maybe he took tires on that on that last stop just before the stage end. Could have just rode around in the back or whatnot.
That's right.
But
well,
right now, sorry, Steve, but right now he's leading the green.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, EJ is not sorry. He's the kind of guy that he is right up front. He's had great finishes this season. At the end of last season, he is looking for this win. I am pretty pumped up, but we have a lot of CVP fans in the chat. I know that for a fact. Clinton would be looking real good in P3 as well, but here we go. Green flag in the air. EJ Marshall gets a great start right here. Frankie, you know what time it is. Beginning of stage 3. Let's take it to Bring the Noise. Well, Frankie, we just talked to him. Nick Light's in the lead right now in P1, looking real strong, pulled out right in front of EJ Marshall and Clinton Woodby. What's he got for him?
Yeah. Well, right now he has what he wants. He's got clean air, and he's got a big buffer behind him. As right now they're going 3 wide.
Woo. Mark Whitley, you going to push it? Oh, he might push it here. Hooks it on the inside. Ryan Dunkelberger holding right there with him, looking strong. Oh, man, who's going to get this? Drag race down the backstretch.
And this is exactly what that leader of Nick Lights wants to see. He wants to see these guys burn their stuff up, run side by side.
Hey, Nick talked about it, right? Clean air. He wants it. Once he gets it, what can he do with it? And right now, he is obviously showing that he is definitely strong up front in that clean air. But Dunkelberger's not going away from the second line, man. No, now he is. Falls in line.
And maybe going to see if he could try to get a run on the exit, but to no avail. Mark Whitley to P2. Now, this is something as a psychological, I should say, game. Mark Whitley has not been, further usually.
Oh, Mitch Simon, what are you doing? Oh! Oh, Lane Fear got the worst of it. Got into the wall there. Mitch Diamond tried to make it 3 wide in a hole that he didn't really have.
Wow.
We stay green though, Frankie.
That would stay green. I was just gonna say, Mark Whitley has not. He's always been not really this race, but Mark Whitley for most of this race has been the hunted. Right now he's gonna be the hunter.
That's right.
Well, let's see what he's got for Nick Lights. Does he push, or does he kind of just lay back and try to save his right front?
It's tough. I mean, hey, Frankie, it's lap 71. We're almost 3/4 of the way in, and this race is flying by. Oh, Nick Light's kind of gets loose right there out of turn 4, or turn 2, excuse me. Mark's going to get that entry, or the exit. What the hell am I saying, man? I don't know. Mark's going to pass him. Here he is. Makes the move. Nick Light's going to get that run on the outside, potentially. Got a little loose there. Can open the door for Dunkelberger.
Yeah, but I think Nick is a little too. I think Nick is a little too loose, a little too trigger happy on the throttle on exit 2. I think in addition to the right front being burnt, being too hot, I think he's overcompensating with the rears, and right now it's kind of playing itself out there. And from the lead, he goes to P4 in a lap.
Very interesting. Right now, it's heating up. Back here for about 7th on, about 7th to the 10th area is getting really heated. Mitch Diamond right now and Christopher Vanderplatz have been kind of battling since the restart. It's been pretty intense. Clinton Woodby trying to make that move on the outside. We're not really seeing Frankie. I mean, again, like that outside lane, trying to see if that comes into play. I mean, once these tires kind of wear off at the end of this run, if it stays green, I mean, I would expect it to work in, right?
Yeah, I think it'll work. The outside work a little better on older tires than newer, because when you got new tires, you can run that white line no problem. But it's really tough on old tires to run the bottom line, and you see right there, Josh Larson. He doesn't even want to run the bottom line. He wants to run the top. Yeah,
I mean,
classic Josh.
That's right. I mean, Larson was involved in that wreck earlier in stage 2. Has some damage, but doesn't seem like a whole lot. Right now, currently running in 22nd, trying to make up what he can right now in that race equipment machine. Holding on to it. A couple of guys in the mid-pack right here. Jonathan Wright, Larry McKenzie Jr., Nick Simpson. Trying to make some moves. But right now, holding strong. Little forward, Robert Hassong. Matt Smith. I haven't talked much about him, but right now, currently in P13 in that Circle B diecast, truck looks pretty beat up. I'm not going to lie about it. But holding on to it, P13. Woo! I'll tell you what, Circle B diecast, I would love a race-used version of that car. That's pretty cool, huh?
That would be pretty cool.
Looking nice. Give me a 1/24 scale of that. Pretty awesome. Clinton would be right there, kind of getting into the wall out of turn 4. Hold on to it right behind, or excuse me, right in front of CVP, as we call him. So far, so good. The lead is still Mark Whitley out front in that 7 Harpoon design racing machine, looking strong. Nick Silver in P3. I'll tell you what, Nick Silver was kind of a threat last season in the Cup Series, Truck Series. We haven't really seen much about him as far as, winning or whatnot, but he is a man. I'll tell you what, this dude can win a race. And, I mean, it's, Mark Whitley up front, Dunkelberger obviously really, really strong. Brandon Six, his teammate, trying to find that first Harpoon design truck win of his career. Hasn't quite found it yet, but I think, I'll tell you what, these boys are smart, Frankie. They might be holding back.
Yeah, right. We got a long run, and these guys I think they just want to save the tires. And I think Mark Whitley said it best. He wants to stay out front, and it's kind of it's almost a game you got to play. You don't want to go too fast to burn off that right front or rear tires, but you don't want to go too slow to get past. So it's a balance of both, and it looks like, at least so far for tonight, Mark Whitley has mastered it.
That's right. A couple of guys right now. Joseph Mealy right now in that 39 Zion machine, looking pretty good in P8. Again, for the folks who are just joining in, the Phyllis and Joe 150. He's the one who he's on the thumbnail and also put on this broadcast for his grandparents for the love and support. So Phyllis and Joe are his grandparents, and a little surprise for him, and really, really cool to see. And then his dog Miles, or their dog Miles, I guess. So really cool. Nice surprise there by Joseph Mealy. Gotta love that. Couple guys falling back here. Ooh, pit stops are already starting. Justin Sorrell, Christopher Vanderplatz. Frankie, is this too early, or is this a great move?
Nope, this is a great move, especially if you're towards where Chris Vanderplatz, Justin Sorrell were. If they just follow the leader, they're just going to stay behind the leader. They're going to get in, try the undercut, get their fresh tires before everybody else, and try to use that rubber as much as possible.
That's right.
They could easily make it on fuel from here.
Yes, sir. A couple more guys coming in. Brandon Six, Nick Lights, Joseph Mealy, being smart about it. But here's the thing: you do not want to see a caution, Frankie, come out right now if you're these boys.
Right now, if you're on pit road or you have just been to pit road, that is the cardinal sin you don't want.
It's the kiss of death. Right now, Bring the Noise segment has me feeling like an R.L. Stine book, Goosebumps. Man, you are talking my language. Goosebumps was all the rage for me when I was young. I think I'm dating myself at this point, but those were very, very cool. Even the shows too, man. So much fun. I just noticed that in the chat. Love that. Nick Silver right now in P2. Mark Whitley still out in P1. Great job. Folks who are watching, thanks for being here. Appreciate you again, as we do every week in every race. If you can't hit the like button on the video, it actually helps us a lot more than you think it does, as far as algorithm and just, visibility and whatnot. And then hit that subscribe button. I'm pretty sure we're either at 200 or we're just shy of 200 subscribers. So it would really mean a lot if you were that 200th subscriber. So great to see that. 19 laps to go here for the Phyllis and Joe 150 at Homestead. A lot of leaders are pitting. Clinton Woodby now pitting. Robert Hassong pitting right now. Actually coming off pit road, excuse me. But so far, so good. This thing has stayed green the majority of this race, Frankie. You love to see it. A couple big cautions. But, it's going to happen. But so far, great racing.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a rarity here, green flag pit stops. And at least for that, there could be a mistake here or there. Getting onto the pits or getting off pit road. This pit road, I know getting into pit road is pretty tricky.
That's right.
You're coming off the banking, trying to brake, and it's easy to get very loose trying to get to pit road.
Yeah, and then as you guys see right here, this exit lane, this access road where you take the, because you exit out of turn 2, that's slick. There's no rubber there, so you got to be really careful, especially on cold tires.
A couple more guys pitting. Looks like Charles Balance, but I am a little surprised. Mark Whitley has not pitted yet, or at least it hasn't looked like he pitted yet.
No, sir. Right now, Nick Silver with a 2-second gap between him and Mark Whitley. Jeff Tito right now in threat to be going a lap down. Currently in 23rd place. Not the position he wanted to be in, obviously, but looking good in that 87 Vaseline, yeah. Valvoline, the Valvoline Chevy, not the Vaseline. Although that'd be a pretty sick paint scheme too. Brantley, let's talk after the race. Love that Matt Smith right now coming down pit road. He's the first of the leaders to come down in that top 3. Also seeing Larry McKenzie Jr. now pitting, coming off pit road in that 00.
I wonder, honestly, I'm wondering if Mark Whitley might, I was going to say if he might stay out a little longer, but nope, he's coming in this time.
Here he is. Will Nick Silver pass him? No, sir. Nick Silver is going to stay out, get that lap lead point. That might matter a lot for the playoffs coming at the end of this thing. 6 more races. Dunkelberger's going to just fly right past him, which actually puts him a lap down, I believe. I could be wrong. Or they're getting their lap back. Excuse me. That's the case. So Mark Whitley on pit road currently. Let's see what he does here. Frankie, do you take 4 tires? Do you take 2? No tires? You got 15 laps to go.
I'd say probably the safest bet is 4 tires. That's probably the safest bet. Yep, and he is taking 4 fresh good fuels.
There it is.
And he's getting off pit road right now. So the real question is, where is Dunkelberger? Is right there, actually, now that I mention it.
Just passes him.
He's going to pass him. So basically, Ryan Dunkelberger is the net leader.
That's right.
He's not the leader, but he is the net leader. As we hear on the radio, Nick Silver coming down pit road this time.
Here he is.
So as the net leader, Ryan Dunkelberger is the first car on the racetrack that pitted. So right now he is the net leader. What is also very important is he is not a lap down. So
That's
technically, if a caution does come out, he is not in a terrible spot, but he's not in the best spot either. As long as he passes Michael Lanfear, John Wright, and Nick Silver, then he will take that P1 spot, and then he is in very good position.
That's a great point. Folks, I forgot to turn down the the race and the commentary after that, bring the noise segment, so I apologize for that. Might have been a little extra loud, but it is now fixed. But yeah, a lot of these guys pitting. Nick Silver right now coming off pit road. You're right, Frankie. Ryan Dunkelberger right now in P1, kind of handedly. Brandon 6 currently in P2, going to try and track down his teammate. We're going to give you on the ticker the above, the actual gaps of them for the top 5 as we narrow this thing down. 13 laps to go. Dunkelberger currently has an 0.8 of a second lead on Brandon 6. Whitley right now. Now, granted, Frankie, he did pit later, so his tires should be fresher. But I mean, can you make up this gap? If this thing stays green, can Mark Whitley catch up? I don't know.
He's gonna have he's got really 11 laps to do it. 11, 12 laps to do it. He's got about 3 seconds to make up for 11 laps. He's got to make up at least 0.3 a lap. Right now he is running 33.2s, and right now he is about 0.2 quicker than Ryan Dunkelberger, and he is 0.3 quicker than Brandon 6. So I think it could be done, and I think the tire delta is going to be bigger. So I think Mark Whitley, what he really needs to do is no mistakes for Mark Whitley.
That's right.
No sliding off the corner and whatnot. And right there he put a 33.115. That is about qualifying pace. So
great job. Well, right now Dunkelberger up front has gained a bit on his teammate Brandon 6 by a second. Has a second gap right now. Whitley is making that move. Josh Larson not going to make his Dunkelberger's life easy here. Not going to really try and clear him and give it away. Doesn't want to go another lap down. Dunkelberger not really losing a lot of time right there. So great job by him. 10 laps to go for Ryan Dunkelberger. Big move, Frankie. When these races go green, things change. It's great to see.
Yep. Strategy plays out, and it really shows kind of who can outsmart the other. And it just right now it looks like I just have this weird feeling, right? And I don't want to jinx another driver.
Oh gosh, here we go.
But since it has happened, if a caution does come out,
Frankie.
I'm sorry, I have to bring it up. If a caution does come out, I think there are a couple guys that are in really good positions. I think Brandon 6 and Nick Silver are both in very good spots.
100%.
Because they have an extra set. I believe everybody else has either used or mostly used their 4 extra sets of tires.
Oh no, Brandon's what? What was that? I was just about to say, Frankie. I mean, Mark Whitley making that move around Brandon's 6, but he just. What happened?
What?
I don't think I've ever went that high pitched before in my life.
Sure. Okay. So a little backstory. So
Frankie. Okay. First of all, hold on. We're gonna pause for a second, real quick. This is your fault. First of all, you called it. You said, if a yellow comes out, Brandon 6 is in a great position. Look what you've done. This is you.
I can't stop laughing. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, so a bit of backstory. I was sent this video of somebody, and it basically was the exact same as this. But like Brandon 6 got launched into orbit from that.
What?
And I mean, I hate to bring it up, but who else was involved?
Well, let's just find out what happened here, first of all. So Mark Whitley, Brandon 6. First of all, we know these guys have history, these last couple of races, in numerous races, in the cup side, in the truck side. So, of course, as fate would have it, these two are alongside each other yet again. So let's just slow-mo this thing and see what, I mean, okay, so you see 6 gets loose here. You can clear, oh, he just, okay. Man, oh, Lordy.
Brandon 6 might be playing Skate 3 at this point.
Wait. Oh man, lands on all 4s. Good to see. I mean, that's Frankie. That's tough. That is really tough. We'll catch it again, real quick in live time, just so that you guys can see the actual what actually happened again. We'll go real time this time.
Yeah, that is an absolute gut punch.
Oh man.
But there are cars on pit road. Ryan Dunkelberger has stayed out on the racetrack.
Oh, in the aftermath. Mark Whitley does not hold his brakes. Comes out in front of Matt Smith. And I believe that was Clinton Woodby in the orange car. Causes another secondary incident. Unfortunate for that right there, but... Well, Frankie, big mess. Big mess, but you're right. Dunkelberger holds the lead. Mitch Diamond currently in P2. Unreal. Nick Simpson, P3, all the way back from NEOL for that incident. And Charles Balance, our boy, in P4. What has this race turned into?
I don't know, but this race almost I wouldn't say it's turned into last season's race where different strategies, but it seems like it is even more extreme than that. It is going to come down to who's got the fresh tires. And right now, Nick Lights is the first car on fresh tires.
I mean, right here,
Travis Lasney is the second, who we have not talked about all day long.
Yeah.
And right now, he's got a great opportunity at winning this race.
Hey, listen, I mean, right now, Charles Bounce in that 41 right now, currently in P4, excuse me. I mean, Young's auto body on the hood, on the car, works for them, does a great job with them. You guys see the commercials when we go to it. Guys, check them out. North Carolina, they have 4 different spots. I say it all the time, but if you're anywhere near their area, North Carolina, South Carolina, I don't know, maybe you're in Canada and you want a really good, automotive shop, just, I don't know, figure it out. Go find Young's, get it done. Even if your car is completely fine, I don't know, just take a hammer to it, go see them, they'll take care of you. You'll be glad you did.
And we have, as you just said, Charles Valance, but another guy that is fairly new up here, Nick Simpson, in that 19 truck.
Yeah.
Fairly new. I mean, like, we got new players up front here. We got different. This is going to be bonkers. But what I am especially watching is the launch from the first 2 rows.
Yeah.
How that launch is going to be for the first 2 rows is going to be critical.
That's right. And Frankie, Nick Silver in P10, I've got a funny feeling he just put on 4 fresh Nikes, and he's going to be flying through this field. I don't know. We're going to find out real quick. But Who can make this happen? Is Dunkelberger going to win his first truck race ever? A lot of chances here for a first-time winner in the Harpoon Design Truck Series. Here we go. Green flag in the air.
Oh, Mitch Diamond getting a little squirrely. I already see Nick Lights taking his opportunity. Gonna go 3 wide.
Oh, man. Oh, Justin Sorrell's loose. Hold on to it. Gonna get in front of Clinton Woodby. Everyone holds on. Great job. Mitch Diamond right now holding off P2. Dunkelberger is gone, by the way. He is setting sail. Nick Light's trying to make this move as fast as he can. He knows he's faster than Dunkelberger. Oh, man, that outside lane. Charles Bounce. Oh, no. Joseph Mealy, Travis Lasney. Teammates on the cup side. A lot of... Ooh, hold on. Great job by these boys holding on to it. 3 laps to go. Dunkelberger currently in front. The 1 second lead. Can Nick Lights try and catch him? He is catching quick. About a 10th so far already. Mitch Diamond, P3. Nick Silver. I told you. He started 10th. And here he comes. Charles Balance getting past here. But a great performance by Balance so far. If you can hold on to this. You love to see it. Whoa, hold on. Gets in front of all EJ Marshall. Hold on to it, Charles. You can do it.
They're gonna go both to the inside, 3 wide.
Lights has made up 0.4 of a second, Frankie. And Nick Silver, he's coming. P3.
Yeah, but Lights is gonna need more.
Yeah.
He's gonna need more to catch him.
He's right there.
Coming to the white flag. Can they make it to the white without a caution?
Oh, man. EJ Marshall getting loose right there. Holding on to it. Trevor's Lasney.
Nick Lights, 4/10 quicker. He's there.
He is right there, Frankie. Can he move? Is he going to move him? That's the thing. He was a bridesmaid all race long. Can he finally figure it out? And he is right there. He's going to make that move. Inside. Down by the apron. A lot of cars wrecking back in the pack, but we don't care. For the lead, Nick Lights going to make the move on the outside. Or inside, excuse me. In turn 3. Turn 4, your season 1 champion, Nick Lights. Going to win it again at Homestead. He did it season 1 for the championship and does it here in race number 6. What a great move on those fresh tires. Nick Lights gets it done here, Frankie. Woo! He had to use everything he had to get that done, but he did it.
Great job from Nick Lights. Had to run Ryan Dunkelberger down. They had history. It could have gone a little door banging, but it went clean.
Yes, sir. Well, with this win, Nick Lights is going to be into the Harpoon Design Truck Series playoffs with the win. The defending champion is back in the winner circle. Great job by Nick right here, getting the win. P2 is Ryan Dunkelberger. P3 is Nick Silver. P4, Joseph Mealy. And then Trevor's Lasney in P5. So great job by a lot of these guys. Joseph Mealy, his teammate, gonna celebrate alongside him. Love to see it. P6 is Mitch Diamond, EJ Marshall, P7. Charles Balance, amazing finish right there in P8. Nicholas Simpson, P9. And Josh Larson, Frankie, after we saw him back in the pack having a lot of struggles, P10 for Josh Larson. Great job.
Yeah, great finishes. Also, a couple notable finishes. Michael Lanford, P11. John Wright, P12. Larry McKenzie gets, I believe, his best finish of the year in 13th. Justin Sorrell, P14. CVP, I can't talk, in P15. And, yeah, we've got, man, that was an intense final 5 laps.
Yes, sir. I mean, hey, it's, we had that restart. There was an incident on the backstretch. Let's take a look at that real quick before we talk to our top 3 here. Yeah, there's a pretty big wreck. I want to just cover that because I know I saw it, but obviously we were a lot more focused on the actual leaders themselves. Let's take a look here. It's like Charlie Birch and John Wright. Ooh, John Wright just comes up a little bit. Charlie Birch does a good job saving it, potentially. Yes, no, maybe not. Not quite, but then a bigger wreck up front happened. So Vanderplatz don't really see what actually happened in the back here. Let's ride on board Christopher Vanderplatz and see what might happen in front of him. Ooh, a lot of cars here. So, oh, Sorrell, yeah, got loose right there. Oh, okay, they all kept together, I guess. So that wreck we saw was Charlie Birch and Vanderplatz kind of getting loose there on the outside, but all good. But Nick Lights is your winner. We're going to take a quick commercial break, thank our sponsors. We'll be right back to talk to the top 3. All right, we're back, and Nick Lights is your winner here for the Phyllis and Joe 150 at Homestead Miami Speedway. Nick Lights is no stranger to this track. Homestead Miami is where he won the first season of the Truck Series Championship, and now back again, wins it again. Just knows how to get it done. Obviously, some issues between Brandon Six and Mark Whitley was a huge moment in this race, but Nick Lights just gets it done and figures it out. Love to see it. Let's talk real quick to our top 3. We'll start from the back and into our third position. Sorry, Nick Silver, number 9 truck. Did a great job today, dude. P3, we saw you with those, 4 fresh Nikes, looking pretty good on that last restart. What'd it take to get to that top 3, man?
I mean, honestly, it was just catching the brakes at the right time on that restart. The 07 came down on me out of one of the corners right after those last green flag pit stops and hit me pretty good in the right front. I had like 25 seconds of right front damage, and it just felt like crap after that. So I really didn't have anything for the win. Like I said, it was just the seas parted, and I ended up being there in third, and then my only hope really to get the win was for Lights and Dunk to wipe each other out. But no, they kept it clean. But yeah, I'll take a top 3.
Love that, man. Hey, I mean, next week, obviously, we're going to Sonoma, road course racing. What are your thoughts on that? Obviously, something different for the trucks, but also, I mean, just in general, right? This, the league in general. But so far, looking pretty good. I mean, top 3 today. Great season so far. And then afterwards, man, give your shout outs. Want to hear it.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we have the week off in trucks because it's Heart Day.
I'm a complete mess. Let's just say that first and foremost. But yes, you're right.
But I am looking forward to Sonoma and the Cup cars. We'll say that.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Yep.
But no, as far as shout outs, the usual shout outs to you guys for putting on the league. Great broadcast. Everybody at Bowie Esports. And then, I got to give a shout out to the family of Steve Gottschalk. Not a lot of people in this league, I think, knew him.
Yeah.
But he did make a lot of friends on iRacing. He is a fantastic guy. Raced in many other leagues, and unfortunately he passed away last Tuesday. And so, it's not a win, but I do dedicate, this to him and his family, and a lot of people are going to miss that guy.
Yes, sir. I didn't know him personally, but definitely saw throughout the community of iRacing that, a lot of people loved him, and we'll miss him for sure. But yeah, man, I mean, just a great dedication. But Nick Silver here, P3, great job, dude. We'll bring you back to your team.
Thank you, guys.
All righty, so bringing up number 2 is Ryan Dunkelberger. Almost had it, man. But Ryan Dunkelberger in P2 in that 26 machine, man, you almost had it. I mean, those fresh tires of Nick Lights just ended up being the case there. Obviously, if the race stayed green, I think we still might have had it because that was pretty crazy. But some big contact between your teammate Brandon Six and Mark Whitley caused a kerfuffle, as they say. What did you? How's the race for you, and what could you have done differently, if anything?
I don't know what I could have done differently. I think I did everything I could to stay in the front row or front top three. I think my mistake came when I took tires at the end of that stage 2. Didn't really pay off because I was too loose and probably shouldn't have filled it up with fuel either. Probably was what got me there for that stage win. But yeah, nonetheless, I think I did everything I could. Like I said, I think if we stayed green, I would have had that. I still got to go back and look at what happened with Whitley in 6, but I haven't heard anything from 6, so I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, man. But hey, listen, P2, obviously a solid performance. Didn't quite get the first one of the truck series that you wanted, but I'll tell you what, more races like this and it's coming. So hey, next week we have a week off for Valentine's Day. And then after that, we're going to go to Sonoma. to I believe Sonoma. Excuse me, if I Nick got me into a mess. I don't even know my own schedule. Holy crap, what's happening? So, but hey, great race today, man. Give us your shout outs.
Just gotta thank Bowie Motorsports. I gotta thank Andrew sitting at home. I gotta thank Mike Collado and Mason Collado for watching. Thank the girlfriend, and yeah, thanks for putting this on. It's a good show.
Awesome job, man. Great job, P2. We're going to bring in our winner today, Nick Lights. Trying to see if we can sneak him all the way back in here. Let's get him in. Alrighty, Nick Lights.
I just love racing.
All right. You again. Nick, hey, listen, last time we talked to you, man, hey, stage 2, end of stage 2, you were like, track position, clean air, and then you got it. Then you got the clean air, and then everything just kind of fell into place. I mean, huge contact between Brandon Six and Mark Whitley, just Six getting loose and then just making a mess. And then, hey, all of a sudden, here you are, fresh tires seemingly on that last restart. How did you win this race?
That contact between Six and Whitley there, that actually scared me. It's right in front of me, but it's what we needed to get back up and bunch everybody up and get those tires, because I know we had an extra set left in case of a late race yellow like that. And when I saw 26 stay out, I knew we had a good chance if we could stay green and catch him and pass him for the win.
Love that, man. Hey, I mean, obviously next week we're going to be off week for Valentine's Day. So, little off break, but hey, great job tonight, man. I mean, obviously we talked about it in the race, right? Homestead, you won your championship here last time, or season 1 here, and then you come back and win it again. Must feel pretty special. But obviously, hey, now you're locked into the playoffs. Got nothing to worry about, and looking pretty strong, man. Give us your shout outs if you have them.
I've raced here in real life too, so that's another plus. But no, I'm racing with 26 there, Ryan. We raced pretty clean on that backstretch, so props to him on that. I know we've had our past before, but thanks to everybody watching, you guys, for putting up the stream. Frankie, I love you.
And you really like racing, apparently, from what we've heard.
I love racing so much.
Yeah. Love that.
Very great.
Love that.
Yeah.
Already, Nick.
I'm having fun.
Hey, it's all about, man. Great job. Hey, huge win. We'll catch you next week or the week after. I don't know my own schedule. We've already decided that. So, hey, awesome job, man. We'll send you back to your team. Frankie, hey, hell of a race. Obviously, definitely was eventful. At times some big moments happened, right? Brandon Six, Mark Whitley, some big wrecks, but I think overall, like a success, kind of a big success. Clean racing, big wrecks when they happened, but very minimal cautions. The choose truck seemed to work very, very well from what I saw from our angle. The restarts, our new process as far as iRacing not enabling that, and we're kind of just going in that Geico restart zone. All seemed great. No checkups, or not from our angle. What are your thoughts, man?
I was pleasantly happy with this race. obviously we've had our fair bit of drama, and everyone loves a little bit of drama. But for everything that has gone on the past week, and it's gone well, and these truck drivers really freaking did a great job tonight, and I'm just happy that the fans got a good finish, a good clean finish to end the race, and they got to see green flag laps.
Yes, sir. We love to see it, man. But hey, next week again, Valentine's Day is next week. So we're going to take the day off and stay with the loved ones and have a good time there and all kinds of stuff. We might see a few pregnancy announcements come, next couple of months, maybe some more November babies like myself, for no particular reason. But hey, next week again, we're off next week. And then the week after, we will be back at Chicagoland. Going to be a lot of fun. We obviously love that place, love that track, and going to be a good time. So, Frankie, today was a win, a great race. That's all we have. Nick Lights, winner, our 4th different winner of the season so far. So, very competitive season. Great turnout again, as always. We're going to take basically a week off and kind of recuperate. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it, honestly. So give us just like the stream if you like it. Sub to the channel if you like what you see, and we will see you back in 2 weeks for the Truck Series. Tomorrow night, Super Lates are off. It's their off week, and then Thursday we'll be right back here for the Wheels America Cup Series at Homestead. Going to be a lot of fun, and I'll tell you what, big week next week. Going to be even great too. So thank you, folks. We'll catch you next time.